Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, guys, we're gonna talk about Ye allegedly firing off a cease and desist to Kim Kardashian over their kids. Honey, there's a new Beyonce in the building, and I believe that we should call that Beyonce Northwest. Let's get into it. I know that many people may not get that comparison, but if you guys get it, leave a comment below. I'm going to tell you all closer to the end of the video, but I know that you people are bright, smart, intelligent people, and definitely many of you will catch on to this. Now, Ye is sending Kim Kardashian a cease and desist. Like, can you believe it? Can you imagine this? He's saying that Kim needs to quit exploiting North and leaving her unattended, and he'll go to war for the kids. No, I don't know what's going on here because I think that if Kim is leaving Northwest unattended, without any nanny supervision, I think this is where missing out on being a father comes in. You guys know that Kim Kardashian is not one of our favorite people when it comes to parenting. And I have to keep it real and be honest. With Ye saying that Kim Kardashian is not only exploiting North, but he's claiming that North was all alone in a car while prancing around the Met Gala this week, and he's threatening to take Kim Kardashian to court all over it. Now, that is not making any sense because Kim doesn't drive, to the Met Gala, and I saw that car, and that car had a few people in front of it and behind it. That car had bodyguards there. So why is he doing these petty things to cause disruption in his kid's life and to give social media things to talk about that is not true? It's really given the sense that Ye is on the extreme unwellness of his mental health. And you see, when he does these things, because he knows people are going to forever use these things against Kim and the internet is going to support his madness, he's doing this not because of the child. He's doing this for his ego and to stain Kim Kardashian's image and reputation. Now, make no mistakes. You guys know, as I've always said, Kim Kardashian is not one of our example when it comes to a good mom. She's not bad. She's the best version of a mom that she knows how to, not how you and I would necessarily parent our kids, but it's just how Kim knows how to. And so far, Kim Kardashian does an amazing job of taking care of those kids. Ye is like so unhinged, so miserable, and so unhappy at this point in time. Like he's like, oh my God, you left the child alone in the car. Oh my God, you're doing this. Oh my God, you're doing that, He's basically going for everything and anything. Now also, what this is indicating is that Ye has joint custody. And I don't know if anyone cannot see it. This is indicative that he has joint custody and he has been lying to the internet, because lying to the internet and seeing people believing in his lies, that is stroking his ego and it makes him feel good about himself. So you may think that this has something to do with a child. It has absolutely nothing to do with a child. This is Ye weaponizing the child, which is highly abusive, and it is so dangerous at this point in time. Honey, I would suggest Kim Kardashian move in quick for a soul protection court order from this man, because many people don't get what is going on here, And only those who have worked in social services, psychology, and those people, or for those who have experienced it, whether directly or indirectly, understands what is going on here. He's going to have a lot of people tricked into believe that he cares about this child so much and he's offended by this child being left alone in the car. That has absolutely nothing to do with his actions here. He is looking for things to make himself relevant. All of this is just smoke screen and mirrors. All of this is a facade. And let me explain to you why. He doesn't need to send Kim Kardashian a cease and desist. And he doesn't need to put this out in the public if he cared anything about his child. You know what he can do? What you could do is ask his lawyer to write a letter to the court asking the court for a hearing so that they can change the terms and conditions of their co-parenting. And he can ask the court to intervene, let the court know what is the current issue at hand and the things he can list one or several things that he has found to be a violation of the child's safety and protection, and he can ask the court to come up with safer decisions that would suit both parties. Many people are not reading into Ye's narcissistic play, but honey, when you have a narcissist dealing with, you have a demon for the rest of your life that no exorcist can get rid of, okay? No priest, no pastor can help Kim get rid of this. This man is a textbook narcissist. And when that textbook narcissism is combined with mental health disorder, this is a very extremely dangerous ground for Kim, those kids, and Ye himself. But very few people are going to be able to see this. Now, let's get into this report so that you guys can be on the same page as I am. Now, they're saying that Kanye West says Kim Kardashian is not only exploiting their children, but he claims she left North all alone in a car while prancing around the Met Gala this week, and now he's threatening to drag her to court over all of it. No, first of all, as I've said, I wouldn't take my child to leave my child there, but North wasn't left all alone in the car. But he's just going after this because you remember that year when social media went off on, Kim Kardashian. No, the rapper's lawyer, Katie Johnson, sent Kim's attorney, Laura Wasser, a cease and desist letter concerning the welfare and custody of Mr. West's minor children, Northwest, St. West, Chicago, and Psalm West. You see, you can't send a cease and desist in this case unless you have joint custody. So for the people who thought that you had no parental say, joke's on you, right? Joke's on you people. Now let's get into the cease and desist letter because it's all here. It says, Dear Miss Wasser, we represent Mr. Kanye West and Miss Bianca Censori. Bianca needs to go have several mother effing seats. Like in this case, I could not be Kim. I could not be Kim to see Bianca's name in this letter because listen, honey, I would be given, you see in Jamaica, they would say, bleach at your grandmother's gate with a handbag, and that has meaning. Okay, read between the lines because I'd be like waiting on Bianca to fight her. I would fight Bianca. And here's why I would fight Bianca in this case, just to see her name in this letter. I would fight Bianca because what is your name doing here? What example have you been setting for my child? Who are you? What role have you been playing in my child's life? On a public level, look at you. You allow your husband to be drugged repeatedly, manipulated repeatedly, have a dentist delivering him canisters of nitrous oxide, and you just sat there and you not do anything. You allowed your husband to deny his kids publicly. Yes, she allowed him. You may say, oh, but she has no control over that. Honey, she does, because guess what? If a man has denied his kid once and you sit around, you watch it, you not take action to protect yourself, that man, or those kids, and you sit around and wait for that a second time, it means that you are a enabler. Bianca Censori is an enabler. And if I was Kim, I would beat Bianca's ass because what the heck are you doing in this? Knowing that you could not protect your husband, how are you going to protect his kids? And protect his kids from what? Yourself and your husband, of course, because that's the only protection that the kids need at this point. These kids need to be protected from Kanye West and Bianca Censori. Bianca is given bobblehead doll fool, and she's so questionable, and I say that in the most unapologetic way that I can. And if the roles were reversed, my energy would have been the same. I don't like to see narcissism. When I see it, it's a trigger. I hate it. And this is given narcissism, manipulation, and it's given the sense that, these people, Kanye and Bianca, both of them are extremely unwell. In whatever capacity, I don't think he and Bianca are okay. Because how the hell two people together are so messy? Who is okay? Who's making the conscious decision here? If I was Kim, I would beat Bianca's ass. I would have beat her ass just for getting involved in my child's affair in a way that is not, um, beneficial to the child in a positive sense, knowing the life that she has been living, knowing the things that her and her husband has been putting out there. I would beat this woman's ass. And when I tell you that I would beat her ass, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even laughing. I would beat her ass and I would go down to the court office and I would pay for it smiling. I would be going to jail for Bianca smiling if I was Kim. Because how the heck did you even find your way in all of this? You have a lot of things to fix before you can even get to talking to my child. Stop acting as though you're clueless or detached from society to the point where you have your husband there on social media acting a damn fool. Acting a damn fool. Repeatedly. Acting a damn fool. And you did not protect those kids by protecting their father. But here you are with your name in a letter about my child being outside the Met Gala with bodyguards. Heck no, I would beat her ass. I kid you absolutely not. Now let's continue. They're saying, okay, they say we represent Mr. Kanye West and Miss Bianca Censori in family law matters concerning the welfare and custody of Mr. West's minor children, and they have Northwest Chicago St. Sam. This letter constitutes a formal demand to cease and desist from actions that violate Mr. West's parental rights, exploit his children, and breach the joint custody agreement established in your client's divorce settlement finalized November 29th, 2022. Now, they're admitting that he has joint custody. So to all the bobbleheads that were saying that he doesn't have joint custody, he never got joint custody, here is Kanye West's attorney saying it, okay? They have joint custody, and all this time y'all fools have been following that idiot around town, believing the nonsense he has been putting out there. And here comes another nonsense, like, Lord Jesus, when will this circus end? Like, this is a friggin' circus at this point in time. And I'm happy they're doing this because you see, when they do this, this will push Kim to move in for full custody. And it's so easy for her to get it. Like, Kim doesn't even need to do anything besides file for it. And as the social media would say, the judge can go online and see everything, every ounce of evidence. It's there online. Like, Bianca, go home. Go back to Australia, honey. Take care of yourself. I don't think this is your battle because you can't win your husband, so you can't win his kids. You can't protect your husband. You can't protect his kids. You have to fix your home before you're there pointing into someone else's home in this sense. It's too personal. Okay. Now they're saying unauthorized exposure of Northwest On or about May 5th, your client brought North West to the Met Gala in New York City, exposing her to significant media attention. Reports indicate that North was left unattended in a vehicle during portions of the event, posing risk to her safety. Additionally, your client has published or unauthorized the publication of North's images and videos on social media platforms, including TikTok, despite Mr. West's explicit objection to his children's presence on such platforms. Denial of custodial access. Despite the joint legal and physical custody arrangement, Mr. West has been denied meaningful access to his children. Notably, he has had no contact with his son Saint West in 2025, which is a lie. I don't know what's going on with these people and their mental health, but even the attorney, this is so ridiculous. This is so clownery. The circus, I tell you, this circus and this shit show, it is so real because we saw Ye with Saints January 25, 2025 in Tokyo, Japan. How are these people going to go to court? And this is why I say, Ye and Bianca, they're not going to sue that dentist. They can't even put up a good statement. Lord have mercy. Have mercy on those two. And they're saying, and his interaction with North Chicago and Tom have been unreasonably restricted. This violates the custody agreement's provision for equal parental access and decision-making, exploitation without consent. Your client's use of Northwest in public events and online content appears to exploit her lightness for personal or commercial gain without Mr. This is so ridiculous. Like, I've never seen anything more ridiculous since 2025. Without Mr. West's approval, this disregards his joint custodial rights and his stated opposition to his children's exposure. Financial and custodial context. Mr. West fulfilled his child support obligations, paying $200,000 per month and covering half of the child's medical, educational, and security expenses. Despite demands, your client is directed to comply with the following demands by May 23, 2025. Oh my God. This is so idiotic because wasn't it Ye who a few weeks ago posted a innocent photo of his daughter, Chicago, and telling people that Kim was using that photo to lure pedophiles when that photo was not available to the public. It was a photo that was only available to the child and the child parents. But Ye made that photo publicly available and he had meaning to that photograph and he set pedalites on that child. And you're saying Kim is doing what to the child now? Now also, wasn't it you, Ye, who was in mediation with Kim about that collaboration with Diddy? Kim said no. Her attorney said no because of Diddy's current image, and you violated the co-parental agreement there. And then, not only did you violate there, you went on to call Kim a ugly white woman who should not be raising your black kids. You went on to say you regret having kids with Kim Kardashian repeatedly, and now you're trying to turn this around on Kim and saying that you need to see your kids, irrespective of the fact that you told the public in a press release that you have suffered permanent brain damage from overusage and self-administering nitrous oxide. So you're telling us that you are a reckless individual, you and your wife, because you did tell us that in that discovery, in that Yeezy press release, you told us that you and your wife, both of you together, are reckless individuals, because that's what you said. Did he say it in so many words? No. But when you're gonna say Dr. Thomas Connolly delivered canisters of nitrous oxide for you to administer yourself, And proof of all, you're telling us that you and your wife are reckless, good for nothing individuals. Now, how is it that reckless, good for nothing individuals wants to have access to kids? If you cannot control your addiction, if you cannot seek help for your addiction, if you're having your wife out here, and I'm not talking about the Grammys red carpet because that's a Grammys red carpet, and the Grammys did declare that Bianca's outfit was not a violation. So I'm not gonna, put scissors where hair doesn't grow. I'm very honest and I'm very fair. But when it comes to like the live stream, your wife has to be naked at all times around men. No panties, no pasties. Being sexy is one thing, Being sexy ain't nothing wrong with that. But having your wife naked around men consistently while you talk about, you even did a song talking about your love for nitrous oxide. How do you do all of those things and not expect Kim to protect the kids? Because you can't protect yourself. Your wife is not protecting you. Someone has to start doing some kind of protection around here, So this is so idiotic. Like, it's so idiotic. And the mere fact that he's saying that he hasn't seen Saints since 2025, it's further even more idiotic. Lord have mercy on ye. Like, if someone told me that I would live to see ye on this decline, and I would live to see a woman being married to him on the same decline, I would say it's a lie. And I have to say at this point in time, ye life got worse when Bianca got into his life. We thought that when Bianca got into his life was getting better, but his life was only getting worse, and it's showing now more than ever. We've never seen Ye like this. If he has been like this, he has hid it in the background, and he should have continued doing so. But I have to say that I've never seen Ye like this, and he got like this while he was with Bianca. Now, I don't know if Bianca played a role in this and what significant role she played, but like hell, she's definitely an enabler. Now, we're gonna continue with this madness, this nonsense. Whew, the attorney's working, but the attorney should have done some research to realize that Saint was with Ye in January of this year. Now, Ye is saying cease publishing or authorizing the publication of any images, videos, or content featuring Northwest, Saint West Chicago, or Southwest on social media platforms, including TikTok, Instagram, and X. Refrain from involving Northwest or any of Mr. West's children in public events such as Met Gala without Mr. West's prior written consent as required by the custody agreement. Now, Ye could have done this if he was being a good parent. If he did not release that collaboration with Diddy, he could have done this. Ye doing this now is not going to help him. It's only going to hurt him because Kim could have always gotten full custody based on everything. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys think you've seen stuff in the foreground, there were some horrible things that happened in the background as it relates to Ye, Kim, and those kids, things that Ye has done. But the thing is, I can't bring some things to the public that I know that was shared from reputable sources. I can't bring those things to the public if they haven't been revealed to the public. But this is just so crazy because Kim has like so much to bury this man. And even without that, Ye is not being smart because Kim has been, being pushed, encouraged consistently to move in for full legal primary custody. And she hasn't done it. But now that Ye is making these demands, she's going to do it. And she's going to get it because she has every right to get it. Not because she's wealthy or manipulative, but because Ye has made it. Ye has done everything to ensure that she gets full primary custody. Everything that he has done is to defeat the growth and development of his kids. Maybe he's not consciously aware that he has been doing it, but that is what he has been doing. So let's continue. He wants everything removed from social media, knowing that Ye has also been posting north as well. But anywho, let's continue. They're saying notice of potential legal action. Non-compliance with these demands will necessitate legal action, including but not limited to a petition to modify the custody arrangement to seek sole legal or physical custody. If delusional was a person, you're telling me that in 2025, with everything you've done on social media, saying that you hate Jewish people, you hate black people, fat bitches, you regret having kids with Kim. Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. You shouldn't have had kids with the assistant. A ugly white woman should not be raising kids. And you love to do this, and you love to do that, and you love to do this. All the things that you've said on social media, those are weapons you have formed against your own darn self. I mean, who's your friends? Like, who are those people in his circle looking out for him? Because not even this attorney is looking out for him. I get that the attorney is working and the attorney is going to want their money, but I just can only imagine the discussion that this attorney is having behind the scenes with her friends laughing at Ye, because every work she does, it doesn't matter the outcome, she's getting paid. And she knows that she has no win in this, right? But she's going to make herself look good. No, so Ye is saying that if Kim doesn't desist, he's going to seek sole legal and physical custody, litigation for breach of the custody agreement and interfere with parental rights, a request for injunctive relief to prohibit further unauthorized use of the children's likeness. All rights and remedies of Mr. West are expressively reserved. This demand is delivered via certified email with return receipt requested via email. Please direct any response to this office by the specified deadline. We recommend ensuring your client complies promptly to avoid escalation. We urge your client to comply with these demands to avoid further legal action and to prioritize the children's well-being. For inquiries or to discuss resolution, contact the undersigned at whatever. I can't even begin to imagine how Kim Kardashian and her team are laughing. And they're saying counsel for Kanye West and Bianca Censori. Bianca, honey, go home back to Australia or just stay out of these people and their co-parental business, because if you can't control your husband, why do you want to even have your name signed off on anything that has to do with your husband's kids? This is why people are going to consistently fighting people, because I'm one of those people who would beat Bianca's ass. I would beat Bianca's ass. I would beat her ass and I would go to the court's office. Like, I would beat her. Yes, I would fight her. I would win the fight. I would call the police on myself and I would tell the police what I just did, tell them my location, and I'll be standing there with my hands up in the air at least 5 to 15 minutes before they get there, because what is your name doing on that? What is your name doing on that? Knowing that you cannot protect your husband. If you cannot protect your husband from being a druggie, if you cannot protect your husband from being exploited, if you cannot protect your husband from his repeated drug use, why is your name on his custodial issue? If you cannot put common sense in your husband's head, reminding him that, hey, you saw your kids on January 25th of this year. Remember, you were in Tokyo, Japan. If you cannot bring peace and harmony to a man's life, if you're with him, if your marriage is not bringing peace, healing, and harmony to an individual, that's not a marriage. That's a warfare. And at that point in time, you should be out of it. You might not be able to bring peace to all the people around him, but you should be able to bring peace, healing, and we should be able to see a better version of Ye. We thought Ye was getting better with you, but as time progressed, we realized that when we thought it was getting better, it was only getting worse. If I was Kim, I would beat Bianca's ass. What is your name doing on that letter? Or if I don't beat her one way, I would be suing her the other way. But I would beat Bianca's ass and I would call the police. I would be handing myself in because you sat there, allow that man to be administered canisters upon canisters. Like you allowed Ye to be almost Michael Jackson. You allowed him to be Britney Spears because he's at the level of Britney Spears at this point in time. Because you want your money and you want your money for this girl is not someone that anyone can trust, you know. And as the day passes, I'm seeing more evidence of Bianca being untrustworthy because if this isn't the highest level of betrayal on all sides, she's betraying her husband, she's betraying herself, she's betraying her image, she's betraying those kids, she's just untrustworthy. I have to see something else to say I was wrong about her, but at this point in time, what she's putting out there, honey, go home. Stay out of this woman's business. Leave this woman and her kids alone. You could not protect your husband. You could not save your husband. How are you going to save these kids? Like, get the fuck out of here, Bianca. Get out of here. Well, anywho, guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up. Sure, stay safe. And we're going to have to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.